Hello, I'm Dr. Andrew Allen from Midwestern State University in Wichita Falls, Texas, and this is Etude number 1 for Year A for your Texas All-State Etudes. This is a very technical etude. It's filled with lots of challenges, and the first challenge being the marked tempo, the suggested tempo that you'll find on your All-State Etude sheet. I disagree with it very strongly. If you try to play this etude at 92, if that is your goal, it is going to sound harried, it's going to sound rushed, it's going to sound forced. There is usually a reason in the Furling etudes, the etude book that this comes out of, why the tempos are marked as they are. I would not go above 84. If you go 84, it's going to sound clean, it's going to sound bright, it's going to sound nice as long as you've practiced it in the correct manner and the correct amount of time. If you try to push this, it's going to sound really hairy after a while. So, practice slow to begin with, in small chunks, gradually build out, and don't go past 84. That is my advice on that one. Along with that, a couple things to remember. Throughout this piece, you need to remember your 2 standard B flats. First of all, your bis B flat, which is your B, and with the same first finger, you're pressing that little key, the bis key underneath. That is going to be used anytime in this piece where you're leaping up to a B flat or leaping down to a B flat. Anytime you're going from an A to a B flat to a C, don't forget about your side B flat. It's your A with that lowest side key in your right hand. The 1 and 1 B flat you should almost never use. There are about 3 pieces on earth that you should use that for, and this is certainly not one of them. It's only going to slow you down as you go along. A couple other things to keep in mind on this one. You need to blow it straight through lines. You don't need to be blowing according to the tessitura. You just need to blow it straight through. Act like you're playing a really beautiful low B flat the whole time, and just let all of the sound come out of the bell. That's going to make sure that you don't have technical problems for your closing when you're trying to go higher and the like. Also, please remember, this is a piece of music. Pay attention to the phrasing, pay attention to the dynamics, pay attention to the rests. All of that is going to come into play. There will be several people who go into the room and play the notes very, very, very well. There are only going to be a handful of people who also play the dynamics and the musicianship very, very, very well. Be one of those people. One other bit of advice on this. Where people have technical problems in a piece such as this, it's not necessarily in the fast notes. It's in the longer notes. It's in the dotted quarters, it's in the quarters, even in the eighths sometimes. Make sure that you're still counting through them. Make sure, first of all, that you're always practicing with the metronome and that you have the metric pulse inside your mind. If you're counting through all of the piece, you're going to avoid a lot of problems to begin with. Finally, these are words of advice that I share with most of my students in high school who are practicing these. Don't let this be the only thing that you practice for 3 or 4 months. You need to continue to work on your sound, on scales, on other etudes, on pieces of music. All-State is always a great motivator to get you practicing. However, if these are the only thing that you work on for 3 or 4 months, you're not making a great deal of progress as a musician. Having said that, best of luck on these and happy practicing.